Morning, everyone, and welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Thursday, the 5th of September. Won't be a surprise looking out the window that it's pretty unlikely that we're going to be flying today, I'm afraid. Would have been nice to wish you slightly better news for my last briefing, but we'll go through anyway. Midday today, low pressure centered over Europe, high pressure in the Atlantic. We're slightly squeezed between the two, and we've just got this warm front set over the top of us. If by some miracle that clears through, then there's another one directly behind it. So it's a pretty bleak picture. Moving ahead to tomorrow, they seem to go together, pass through, within the warm sector. Excuse me. And tomorrow, it really depends on the positioning of this front. You see, there's just a stationary front sat directly over the top of the Lasham area. At the moment, it's not a good forecast, but if this gets slightly further north, it could be reasonable. Excuse me. Winds today, I think it's generally northerly. Not that it's very relevant. Yeah, 050, 20 to 30 knots, so reasonably strong. That's the sat pic. That's a pretty rubbish picture, I have to say. And rainfall radar showing it to be pretty wet. At the moment, sort of modest showers. Looking down to the south, if we get any of these, potentially some much heavier showers. If we run through the rainfall prediction, it's showing some of these heavy showers to come through into the afternoon, maybe 2, 3 o'clock. So potentially the odd quite heavy downpour, a little bit lighter as we go into the evening, probably, and the rain stopping hopefully by 5 or 6 o'clock. But you can see on here, it's probably just going to be drizzle and just generally low cloud and mist and pretty miserable weather. Of course, that aligns with the public forecasts, which is showing heavy showers all day until about 2 o'clock, slightly lighter all afternoon, and then going into the evening, just mist with a 50% chance of rain. Top temperature 17 degrees, that'll be sort of mildish, but we're probably not going to be outside. Notice the humidity up at 97% or thereabouts pretty much all day and 99% this evening. So even if it did stop raining, that means the cloud will be pretty much on the deck anyway. Let's be outside. Let's give it a refresh. Yeah, not changed. You see the temperature dew point really squeezing themselves quite close together, just about less than 2 degrees between them at the moment. And well, with a TAF that long, there's no point going through it. You just know we're not going to be flying anything more than about 3 or 4 lines. And what have we got here? 1, 2, 7 lines just, which is almost a record. I quite like this chart on top Meteo, potential VFR hours. So basically how much of the entire daylit day is flyable. And looking at this scale, I think that is 0 at Lasham. So there's literally absolutely nothing to be had according to this. And for the head of it, we'll look at potential flight distance and nothing. A little bit up there, just to the northwest of Glasgow. So we're going to set up on 27. Normal operation here. Winch cables running down the edge of the runway, and they're towing from the north side as normal. Yeah, glider serviceability, they're all serviceable at the moment. 747 arrival at 2 p.m. and the simulator is serviceable. I expect it will get quite a lot of use today. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. For those of you that aren't aware, this is my last briefing, so I'd just like to say a thank you to a couple of people, all the Lasham staff that run the place really well and will hopefully continue to do so in my absence. All the members, of course, couldn't do it without all the members, and thank you all for everybody's commitment to safety and, well, generally following our instructions. Instructors, of course, yeah, we wouldn't have any pilots if we didn't have any instructors. So thank you to all the instructors and all the instructors going forward as well. Really appreciate your input. Personally, I'd like to thank all the current and the ex-airline pilots. I have already mentioned this in my leaving email. Gave me lots of advice that got me through the interview process and is why I'm leaving you. So thank you to everybody. I'd just like to share this with you. The last stage of our interview process, they put us in a 737 sim. Some of you might have seen this picture already. I put it online. There's me after it, an hour in a full motion 737 simulator, and that's hopefully where I'll be spending quite a lot of time over the next couple of years, and then the real thing going forward. And you see me quite smiley there. It's what I've always wanted to do. I will miss Lasham, but it's been really fun. I've been here about 2.5 years. Yeah, all the best going forward. And for the last time, I will see you in the clubhouse. Bye for now.